everyone, and welcome to Conversations with Khofane. I'm Khofane Modise, and I am at the JSE She Invest 2025, and I'm joined by an incredible individual who knows all the tricks and trades on trading, and that's Chris Vermaak. Did I say it correctly?
Yeah, that's perfect.
I'm so
Great.
glad.
Thanks so much.
Let's get into it. Chris, I saw your stall.
Yeah.
I saw trading. I saw global markets. I was like, great, but don't scam me. What is this about?
And that's a big question that
Yeah,
everyone asks.
yeah.
That's a big concern. One thing that we offer is the ownership of the asset.
And that's
purchase.
TFOS?
Yeah, TFOS.
Yeah.
So our trading platform essentially is for the retail investor. You go onto it, you subscribe. You have a trade platform where you can learn about how to trade. So don't spend your money just yet. Learn a little bit about how to actually purchase the stock, the ETF, the bond, and then from there, what you can do is actually use your own money. Because then you need a little bit of confidence in yourself before you can actually start trading on the platform.
Yeah.
And that's what we try to push is, back yourself, do the research you need to do, and then, just make the long-term investment. Something else is also our philosophy.
And what does long-term investment mean in the sense of trading? Because I would imagine that anyone who's into Forex or any form of trading, they assume that, listen, I'm putting $100 in. I'd really like to get 150 out or $200 out. How does it work with you guys, and what do you mean by long-term investing?
Yeah, so it's all about the actual individual themselves as well. So I'm not saying that everyone should trade long-term. Potentially there are people there that do want to do the short-term trade because they have that knack to trade on the markets. Obviously, like I mentioned before, we offer and you mentioned all the offshore exchanges, which they move quite rapidly. So there is a lot of ability to make returns on those trades when you're doing potentially day trading. But for the ordinary investor, sometimes that's not the best because it comes with a lot of risk. But that's up to you to decide, what is my risk appetite?
Yeah.
Am I willing to take this risk on I wouldn't say betting, but investing and knowing that a stock is going to go up. But also there's a downside where it could go down and quite far down.
Yeah.
So it's all about your risk appetite. But for us, because you actually purchasing the asset and you holding the asset, we don't do CFDs. So that's contract for differences. We don't do that on our platform. And what that means is that you can hold the asset for 5, 10 years, 20 years, or whatever. And determining on the fluctuation of that's when you'll make the call to trade out, when you've made your money. And also you get dividends with us as well. You have voting rights with your actual stock when you purchase it, so in the actual company. So if you don't like saying that Apple's doing, then you can vote. No,
they're taking my money every month.
Yeah.
I mean, something I find quite interesting is how you refer to traders and investors instead. Why that distinction?
Being a trader versus an investor.
Yeah.
I suppose traders is more everyone talks about a day trader. I make $100,000 in one day type of thing. And for the majority of people, that's not reality, unfortunately. I'm not saying that people can't do it, but it's not the reality. I mean, if you just listen to Warren Buffett, everyone should listen to Warren Buffett. But he's the kind of individual that, he's in it for the long term. For one day, when he's older, look after himself. Because you can live your lifestyle now, but when you get to where you need to retire or something like that, you need the funds to back up not having to work. And that's what we talk about long-term investment. But there's also a lot of people that make good money on day trading as well. But it's all about your risk appetite and what you feel comfortable doing.
Yeah.
And we would never really want to push you outside of that comfort zone.
Yeah. For the past decade, there's been this obsession about wealth creation and increasing forms of income and passive income. And then there was this Forex crave, and then there's betting and all these other things. What is it that people... And crypto.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Bitcoin. Yeah. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
NFTs. And then that died down. I had one of my own, actually. Sorry for another time. But what is it that people need to understand about trading, especially the everyday person who's just kind of been curious, but felt like they don't have the know-how of it and are really kind of going to the wrong guys to try and learn about it? And in addition to that, I'd love for you to share what the misconception is when it comes to trading.
Yeah. So I think education is the biggest thing. Just like we hear at the JSC event, educating yourself on what you're buying, like anything. You need to educate yourself on the company you're investing in, because essentially that's what you're doing. You're saying that this company is a great company. It's going to do great things in the future, and it's going to have a high return because the share price is going to go up. Basically, I mean, it's quite easy. And I suppose that we back that and we say educate yourself. And on our platform, we actually have a section dedicated to say what's hot, ideas. What are the ideas that we can spark you to go and maybe read up about a different company that you might not have known about? Because how many companies are listed on the offshore exchanges? I mean, there's thousands and thousands of companies. So it's all about education at the end of the day. And the second part of that, you spoke about obviously trader versus investor. Like I said, it's your risk appetite. Really, it's are you looking at long term? Because then if you're looking at long term, then you shouldn't be a trader as such. You should be an investor. If you're looking at, I feel like I can turn around a bit of money because I have a lot of information about a company and I know what's going to happen and I see a short-term return. And that's when you become a trader. You have that potential insight and that knowledge that company, something's going to happen within that company to drive the share price up.
Yeah.
And then obviously we offer things like bonds, and that's long-term investment as well. So that's almost, I mean, you never say guaranteed, but there's a lot less of a risk in terms of bonds. So also, what is your time horizon? A very big question you should always ask yourself. And risk appetite. Do you have a family? Because if you have a family, you can't be day trading. I'm not saying you can't be, but it might be a little bit higher risk.
I'll be honest with you, it's all kind of overbearing just thinking about it. Even for myself now, I didn't think it was something that was attainable, and I do appreciate how the T-Force platform, not that I'm trying to overly advertise it, but it does have an educative element to it, which is quite different. And then lastly, what advice, because we are at a majority female event, why did you guys decide to come and cement yourself here and make your presence known?
Yeah, I think, would you say philanthropy?
Okay.
So our owner, Timur Tulov, he's quite adamant to reach out to all the different genres of people and individuals and so that, and he wants to also educate everyone and help everyone. And I think unfortunately females have been in the backseat for a very long time, and we felt that it's time to bring them to the forefront and it's time to help educate them in where to invest in, help them to guide them in maybe what to invest in. Obviously, we, as a trading platform, we don't give advice, but giving ideas in terms of like help them to invest in their future.
Yeah. I love it. Thank you so much, Chris. I enjoyed the session.
Yeah, thank you very
quite
much.
a lot.
I hope so.
I might not be so scared after all. Who knows? I might be your next millionaire, hey? In USD.
Yeah. I hope so too.
Thank you all so much for joining. Looking forward to having you join us next time. Bye.